So I chose page 80 in the book Moss because I think Art does a great job of showing symbolism and conflict in his writing and drawings. So in this first big panel, you can see a lot of chaos. The Nazis are going after the Jews, they're beating them to the ground. One thing that I really noticed was this mom holding her child here, so you can really see the innocence and how the evil is going after that. Which can also be a theme in this book. And then you also see the Jewish star over here, which I will talk about later. There's just a lot of people on the ground. There's a lot of screaming, and it's dramatic. Another thing in this text box up here is this ellipses, really showing an emphasis on what he's about to say. And then you see it again down here that the word terrible is bolded, showing just how shocked he is at first seeing all of this chaos in his regular day-to-day life in the street. It says, and it was going on, there's something terrible. Very profound, very important to talk about. All right, moving along, I want to show how Art really brings in conflict to his drawing. You can see here that this is Vladek. He's holding his hand to his chest, showing utter shock and amazement. There's also these lines above here that also shows that. And then you can see bags under his eyes showing grief and despair. It says, I had to pass near, and they were grabbing Jews if they had papers or no. Basically, what the papers mean is showing if they worked or not, or if they were Jews or what. So just showing that it doesn't really matter to the Nazis. There's no rules with them when it comes to violence. Again, you see here that Art carries on the drawing and depiction of the baby and the mom, showing that Nazis went after innocent people and little children as well. And then the internal conflict comes in here. What had I to do? This question really shows, should I go home to my family and be supportive for them and stay safe, or should I go and help the people that are just like me? So there's a link there. All right, so moving on to this close-up, I just want to bring in the symbolism again of this star right here that he shows in this, and it says, will I walk slowly, they will take me. Will I run, they can shoot me. So there's again the internal conflict against the social aspects of the Nazis and being a Jew. He was also wearing his star, which is another symbolism that was important during this time. So Vladek was really not safe no matter what he would choose to do. So I'm not going to really dwell on these two panels. Basically, Vladek just finds a friend and he helps him out and brings him into his fancy house. Then I want to move on to the last panel, which I thought was very interesting. Now, Art portrays this drawing with the inside people, Vladek, and his friend and his wife looking in onto the street. So it's from the inside looking out. So I sat with him and his wife. A good few hours, we heard shooting and screams. This is important too. He's really depicting on what was going on in the outside world during this time. He survived my life that time. So this is just important, really showing how they connected and how grateful he was for his life to be saved. He didn't really have to make a decision on whether or not to help those people or to go back to his family. But his friend was really just there to help him. So Art does a great job of portraying all these things. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you guys in class.